Maark and Aisha here. So today's question is, what is breathwork?
According to Wikipedia.
Yeah, Wikipedia,
Yeah, and Polish Wikipedia.
Okay.
So, breathwork is a method of breath control that is meant to give rise to altered states of consciousness and to have an effect on physical and mental well-being. Derived from various spiritual and pre-scientific traditions from around the world, it was pioneered in the West by William Reich.
A very interesting character indeed.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. But for me, the most important part is like that it's coming from different spiritual and pre-scientific form.
Yeah, I think what they're referring to in Wikipedia is conscious connected breathing, circular breathing, like what we do in BBTRS, in Biodynamic and Trauma Release System, which has been amazing. And it's also done in many other forms of breath work. There's so many different ones out there, most popular being holotropic.
Rebirthing.
Yeah, rebirthing. And all of these, they have a slightly different intention and outcome. Like rebirthing to take you back to relive your birth traumas and help you to rebalance that. Holotropic.
It's more about the altered states.
Yeah. But before we start going into conscious connected breathing, for me, just the word work, when we're working at something, it's about bringing our conscious intention to it for an outcome. And with the breath, there's many ways. With any part of our breathing, we can bring conscious intention to it to try and bring an outcome, just like drinking our tea. Cooling my tea down, that's breath work.
Yeah, and smelling.
Preparing myself to drink it.
Yeah.
It's nice as well, this one.
Yeah, it's Christmas.
Yeah, that's breath work. Because it's a conscious intention to do something with it.
It's like we were talking about breath work and different breathing patterns in our 21 days challenge. It was breath awareness, working with our breath, being aware of our breath.
Yeah. And it's something so breath work, breath awareness is an ancient practice. It's in the Bible, in Genesis.
Yeah.
What did God do? He breathed life.
Yeah, spirit.
Yeah.
And spirit was...
He breathed spirit in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And pretty much all...
inspire.
And it has such an old tradition within religions.
In Hinduism?
Yeah, with pranayama being one of the 8 limbs of yoga.
Yeah, Sufi.
Sufi breathing, the mystical section of Islam.
Yeah. And Chinese
medical breathing. The list goes on and on and on.
Tai Chi, Qigong, everything is all about breath awareness and managing the breath.
So it's all pointing towards, this is powerful stuff.
Yeah.
And it is.
It is, absolutely.
Yeah.
For me, breath work is mainly about connecting with our inner states and our inner life and things that are inside of us. And when something happens, the first thing is affected is breath. So breath is actually the gateway to our inner.
Yeah. It's a way to get an amount of control over our emotional being.
Yeah.
And I feel by greater breath awareness and working with the breath, we can align ourselves more with our true self, or our true inner being. With good breath awareness, I mean, one of the first things that happens when we go into an emotional state, our breathing changes.
Yeah, we stop our breathing when we are scared. What happens? We're like,
hold it up, hold. Yeah.
But then, the moment when we are aware of what's happening, by using our breath, we can release it. It happened to me the other day that I got scared, like a stupid thing, and I noticed that my breath stopped. So by just breathing gently into really deep connecting breath, my whole body relaxed. And as well, if we are thinking, I read the article the other day that by breathing, our muscles are relaxing, more tone, then our immune system is getting a big boost. So it's so powerful.
Yeah, it changes the chemical balance of our body.
Yeah.
We start to play with the exchanges of gases and our internal chemistry just with the breath.
Yeah.
And it's, I think, well, one of the funny things is, because it's an automatic thing, we don't have to bring our attention to breathing to be sure we breathe.
Yeah.
It just happens automatically. So it's so easy to take for granted.
Yeah.
Yet once we start to bring awareness to it, we can start to have much greater control over our emotional states. And that's not to not feel emotions, but it's not to become overwhelmed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm easy to be overwhelmed with emotions, and then by bringing only the attention to my breath, the emotions just going through me and they are passing. They are not staying inside of me.
Also, with other breath practices, we can make ourselves energize.
Yeah.
We can calm ourselves down, center ourselves.
Absolutely center ourselves.
But typically, that's one of the things that I find with any breathing exercise that I do, regardless of what it is, it always comes with a sense of centering and grounding. And it's all accessible through the breath. We can change our heartbeat through the breath.
And if we are even thinking how important is breath in sports?
Yeah, it's just watch a tennis match and you can hear putting the breath behind the balls. Same with
running.
Yeah.
Many years ago when I was trying to run, I couldn't run without losing my breath for 300 meters. And then my friend told me, just align your breath with your steps, and suddenly I could run a kilometer. And it was from one day to another. So we can improve our health, we can improve our productivity, we can improve our muscle tone, we can improve our mental well-being.
Yes.
We can be more mindful, we can be more centered, only by using the breath work.
By not taking our breath for granted, which is so easy to do, and giving it some honor and attention. And when we do that, we can start to create incredible shifts in ourselves.
Yeah, And just only few minutes a day, or just bringing awareness during the higher states of emotional arousal or anything, we can bring the attention to our breath. It doesn't have to be a breath work with a practitioner. That, of course, it's really, really amazing if we are having a lot of emotions and trauma stuck in our body, but just only by having a breath awareness.
Yeah, and it's, I think, one of the tricky things there with or becoming emotionally overwhelmed by a situation. Once it's hit, or after it's hit, we can use the breath to try and restabilize ourselves. But with outside of those situations, by consciously working with our breath, when we see a situation starting to develop, if we can put our attention to our breath, then we can stop ourselves from getting into that high overwhelm in the first place. But that takes the intention to start to develop a relationship with the breath. And so for me, I would say really deepening the relationship with the breath is breath work. It may just start with basic breath awareness. Which is the root of mindfulness, which is loads of great science behind it. I remember one of the first meditations I did was just breath counting, 1 to 10, and then start again. So,
it's the beautiful way of starting the meditation. If someone doesn't want and doesn't know how to meditate, just counting the breaths, and it will completely get you into the no mind.
Yeah.
After a few times.
Also with this breath awareness, as we become more aware of our breath and feeling into it, it's a gateway into our internal selves, into our felt sense. We can start to, right, where am I breathing? How am I breathing? What's my breathing pattern like? And that can tell us an awful lot about what's stored within.
Yeah.
Then as we start to work with our breathing and our breath patterns, we can start to do the repair work.
Yeah.
Breath work is an amazing thing. And just so much, there's such a wide spectrum available. And it's all about, I feel, really when you get in touch with the breath, when you start to honour the breath, build a relationship with it, we're starting to build a relationship with our true self, who we really are, beyond all the traumas that we've suffered, the conditioning that we've gone.
Emotions stuck in our bodies. It's just doing our best to be ourselves, and through breath.
Yeah, and in such a wider range of different things that we can do, just from simple breath awareness, just being aware of how your breath is moving.
Breath counting to meditation, mindfulness, different techniques, different simple exercises we can use for 10 minutes a day to really deep breath work, like biodynamic breath, holotropic breath, rebirthing, and other ones we mentioned before.
Yeah, it's what, I'd say one end of the scale, you've just got basic breath awareness. How do I breathe? How does it feel? Where does my breath like to travel? When I give it attention, is it waking anything up? All the way to the other extreme, to conscious connected breathing, like what we do with
biodynamic.
Which we really start to shift our state and
start repair work.
Which is an amazing, profound experience in itself. For me, it's always left scratching my head after being in a large group breathing together. The things that happen, which are unique to everyone, and it's you really start. For me, it's witnessing the magic. Yet that doesn't mean that's the only way. It's great online. It works really, really well. And it not even conscious connected breathing isn't for everyone.
No. But
other breath awareness, find out where you're at.
So many ways of connecting with our breath, and to access this gateway to our inner space is just numerous. It's absolutely vast.
For the health of your mind, your body, it's a lot of the military are trained in breath work. I think box breathing comes from the American Navy SEALs as a way to keep them calm and centered.
And access to their intuition. So it's
like when anyone's really trying to if you really want to maximize the benefits of life,
try breath work.
Start a relationship with your breath in with whatever form that you do. Elite athletes do it. The military do it for an edge.
And actually, let's do it. Just let's give a go. Let's try, because it's amazing. I mean, it's a gateway to your inner self,
into your inner world, and not to be swept up in the events of life, but anchoring yourself in your little boat of breath.
Oh, beautiful!
Not swept away.
That's.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. If you have any questions about breath work and what it is, how it can work, you can always contact us.
If you'd like to work with us.
If you would like to work with us, we are offering the biodynamic breath and trauma release sessions, and online as well. And as well, there is a lot of freebies on our YouTube channel, 21 Breath Challenge, where you can even pick and choose some exercises if you want to energize yourself. Or
we'll be regularly adding more breathing exercises there.
So stay tuned.
Please also, if you've got any opinions about what we shared, if you agree or disagree, please comment below so we can engage with you. Okay.